Hello and welcome to ALR Season 9. I am the Canadian, or the dude, and I'm going to be doing the post-commentary here for Tier 3, filling in. So let's go ahead, we'll get this rolling here, hop right in. So before this starts up here, quickly go through the grid, check the list here. So, I always kind of like to start off, like show off the livers for everyone the first couple races here until everyone gets set. In P1, qualifying on pole for our 15-minute sprint, the first race of two, we have Harry Miles. Yeah, beautiful, and he's in the McLaren 650. In P2 here, we got Jordy. It looks like he's in the Gen X. We got Diablo Devil. In P3, he's in the RCZ. Then we got Samp Glove in the Corvette. P4, Hims. He's in P5. He's in the FT1. Nemesis. He is in the BMW M6. We got O'Leary. P7. Also in the Gen X there. Andy Winters. He's in the RCZ. P8. PC. He's in the Porsche 911 or the Porsche. Potato there. We got X Allen. He is also in the Vet. Nice little livery on there. God, this name. This is gonna be a hurdle. You know what? I'm just gonna call you Arfax for today. Sorry if I butchered that. It is what it is. He is in the 4C. He's in the Alpha. Oh, so that's got to be one of the helpers. So whoever Reno's teammate is, I'm not too sure. Is that Ross? No, it's not Ross. He's not German. Anywho, regardless, moving on. P11, the 4C. Then we got Alex in the Porsche. Major XTC P13. Looking to hopefully move his way up from the back, also in the FT1 there. And then Reno in bringing up the rear here. So Harry Miles, we got him on the racing mediums. Jordy racing softs. Nemesis on the mediums. And that's it. So surprised to see the McLaren on the mediums. That's normally pretty good on tires. And the M6 also on the mediums. Curious with that one. But I guess if he qualified on the mediums for pole, that's pretty good. So we'll see how this race gets going here. Without further ado, here let's fire this up. ALR Tier 3, first race of the season on Suzuka. Let's see how this fares here. How's it going, Saeed? And we're off. Good start there from the McLaren. You see Nemesis moving up Diablo in the turn 1 here. Nice clean through turn 1. Lots of space given there by the driver. It's a great job. Through the S's here. Tight section on the first lap. Battling for position. Andy Winters. Looks like he gets by O'Leary there. This is a tight section to be side by side, and let's see what happens here. Oh, and PC tries to squeeze down the inside. Gets it done. Little bit of contact, but looks like it's okay. And O'Leary falls back a couple places. Now Alex moves into the hairpin. O'Leary down the inside. He's going to fend off Alex, but he lost a couple positions there. Let's jump back up to the top here. Reno's up a couple positions. Jordy breaking away a little bit from the pack in the Gen X. Oh, here's some tire screeches behind. Oh! It looks like someone's got off there. Diablo. We'll take a quick look at this. We're going to use this replay feature, the Max. It was a requested feature in the Tier 7 post-comms to see what happens on some incidents if we can catch them. Oh, and it looks like he just clips a little bit of that AstroTurf and goes wide, battling there. That's unfortunate for Diablo, but good on him there to wait for a safe rejoin. That's tough. Lost a few positions there. He's going to lose one more to O'Leary on the straight. And Major will probably be attacking him here into the 130R. All right, we'll jump back up front here. Sample just goes wide through 130R. Hims is going to have a run at him in the into the chicane. Oh, goes a little bit wide, and Andrew Winter slides in the inside. Is he going to get the move done? No, Hims might fight him off here. He's got the inside line coming down into turn 1. Let's see what happens here. Let's go on board. And just with the better line there, he's gonna keep Andy behind him there through the S's. As this pack is starting to bunch up here a little bit. Some great battles going on. Andy is going to try coming back at him here. Real tight section. And he takes a peek in the inside, but he gets early on the brakes there. There's just not enough space to make that move. We'll see what he does into the hairpin. Takes a peek down the inside. Hims closes the door a little bit. Oh, but opens it back up. And Andy Winters thought he was going to get by him there, but the acceleration on that FT1 just great out of the slow speed corner there. He pulls back in front. Some great driving there from these two so far. As Jordy continues to extend his lead up front. This midfield here is still nice and tight together. As PC goes wide through 130. Oh, comes back across. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Porsche driver there. Just trying to push it a little bit too hard maybe through that corner, and he loses out there on the AstroTurf. Hate to see that. Some good driving from Nemesis there, I think it was, to avoid that collision. But that's another easy position for some of those midfield drivers. Reno's up into P10. Arfax, he's P11. Alex, P12 after that mistake. PC, he's in P13 after that mistake. The two Porsche drivers just struggling a little bit on this track right now. And Jordy in the Gen X on the softs. Just absolutely flying right now. Fastest lap. P2, a second behind him. And I gotta wonder if Harry Miles is maybe starting to second guess his tire choice here, as now Sam Glove is going for the attack. Let's go on board with Sam here. In the Corvette, I believe. Yeah, in the Vet. Takes a peek down the inside. Can't get it done. Harry with a much better exit there. Oh, they're trying to push it too hard. Maybe the Corvette forces a mistake and Harry goes off in 130R. We've seen a lot of that this race. Maybe those mediums just not quite enough grip there under pressure from Sandglove. That's unfortunate for him. as now he's got to try and stay within range there. He wants to see if he can battle for that position back. As Andy Winters close in, P4, a little bit of distance to Hims, P5, Nemesis, P6, Diablo Devil, P7, and then O'Leary, Major, Reno, Alex, Arfax, PC, and Allen bringing up the rear here. Not sure what happened to him lap one with a 2:30 there, maybe some sort of mistake. That might be a tough go for him so far here. We'll stay with this pack here. There seems to be some good battles going on. Diablo on Nemesis, as he goes purple in first sector. Oh, catches the curb, a little bit of oversteer there. That's tough. Seem to have a little bit of a commentator's jinx right now. Seem to be catching all the incidents so far. Andy Winters sets the fastest lap, 1:59. But his tires definitely worse for wear than a lot of the guys he's battling against right now. So we'll see how he holds on here moving forward through the race. Love this camera angle here. So we're starting to see a little spread through the pack now. Reno's desperately trying here to latch onto the back of Major. Just get within that slipstream range and see, because once he catches that pack of Major, then he's almost right there for that good midfield battle. So we'll see if he can close that gap over the next few laps here. 15-minute sprint here at Suzuka. Should work out to about 9 laps. So we're about halfway through here as Jordy, just consistency here on his lap times. Great drive from him so far, and his tires look in great shape so far, considering the Gen X. We all know those front tires certainly don't like this Suzuka track here. So we'll look to see how he fares over the next 4 laps here. Samp up into P2. Great driving, extracting some times out of that bet so far as he goes purple in Sector 1. Andy Winters out 6/10, 7/10 faster than him on the last lap, so we'll look to see him close the distance here. Harry Miles just struggling on those mediums. Goes a little bit wide on that corner. We'll see how Nemesis and Hims fare on him as they start their attack. Through the hairpin here. Oh, little bit hard on the accelerator, and that's going to open the door for Devil. Oh, maybe not. Oh, sorry, that was Nemesis, I believe, who overtook him on that little slide. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, my mistake. Didn't lose a position, just lost some time to Andy, I think. Everyone just posting fairly consistent times here. There's a 2 minutes 5, 2 minutes 7, 2 minutes 2 from Diablo Devil, so he fell a bit back there. 2:02, 2:01, really close here. As PC is caught up to Arfax here, he's going to try and maybe make a move down the outside. He gets the inside line for the second turn. Oh, and he pulls it off. Beautiful driving there from the Porsche drivers. He's looking to get some positions back after that early mistake. And the vet's still at the back here, maybe just struggling a little bit to get this monster around the track. Jordy continues his drive, just out for a Sunday cruise at this point, I think. As the cars come through into Sector 1 here. And it really looks like Harry Miles is going to have to pull off something spectacular here to try and get within podium position, pending none of these front runners make a mistake. And as I say that, it looks like Andy clips a little bit of the grass and shoots him. He just misses the apex in that first corner, but he manages to save that. Doesn't lose too much time there. So this is where we might see this medium strategy start to pay off from Harry Miles as he looks to push for a podium position here against some of these guys on the softs. And we take a look at the tires here. Andy's definitely really struggling. Nemesis doing an absolutely beautiful job in that M6 with his... oh, he's on mediums as well. Behind him, Diablo. You can see a little bit of slidiness there, struggling on those tires. And he's still got to get three more laps done here. So he's going to try and have to hold off Hims here. And he's going to be... he sees blood in the water here. He sees him sliding around in front. He's going to try and go for this position here soon, I think. Through the chicane. Good exit there from Devil. He's gonna keep that distance. 201 flat and just a 202 from him, so he lost a little bit of time on that lap. So he's gonna look to try and close the gap here. Harry Miles with a 201 to his best lap of the race. So he gained about 0.3 there on Andy Winters that lap, and another small mistake from Andy, just going off ever so slightly in that first section, losing maybe a 10th or two. Reno still stuck back in P10 here, really pushing to see if he can get that back. And it looks like PC, another mistake potentially, is he has a 207 last lap and he loses that position to Arfax that he made that beautiful move in the chicane on. And Allen still brings up the rear here. He's trying to fight back, see if maybe he can claw back into maybe P13 and scrounge a couple more points across here. Maybe if he can get within range, maybe that Porsche makes another mistake. And Jordy continues to extend his lead. Although Samp 10th faster on his last lap. But I don't know if he's going to have enough here to catch up to Jordy on raw pace alone unless someone makes a mistake somewhere. Andy Winters about 0.8 quicker than Samp on that lap as he closes the gap. He fights for P2. He wants that. And it looks like Harry Miles now battling with Nemesis into turn 1. Not sure if there was some contact there. Let's go back and take a look here. Let's go on board with Nemesis. I thought there might have been contact. Maybe pushed him wide. Tough to say. Oh, maybe just outbraked himself a little bit there. He felt the pressure from Harry kind of squeezing him ever so slightly, and he just goes off in turn 1. That's frustrating for Nemesis there, as he had a great last lap. Really closed that distance on him, and he's definitely going to try and do his best to get another run at him. But now he's got Hims and Diablo. Hims makes the move, tries to go around the outside, not going to get it done. Oh, a little bit of a slide from Nemesis. As here they come, too wide, dangerous section of the track. Oh, Hims gets forced out. Dangerous section to go too wide there. Let's take another look at this one. Oh, he just doesn't have the room to turn in. That's just unfortunate there. I'm surprised we didn't see him back out a little bit earlier. That's just unfortunate for Hims there. Yeah, Nemesis had the better line on the inside, and he was just able to take that apex and stay on track. We now will stay with this battle for a little bit here as Diablo and Nemesis go for it. And Harry's loving this as these two continue to battle, he might get a chance to kind of break away from this pack here. And we really see Diablo here on the soft, struggling through some of these corners for grip. Nemesis with a little slide, but I don't think he's going to have enough speed here up the hill, going into 130R to do anything. Nemesis protecting the inside. That might give Diablo a chance for a better exit. Might be a move into the chicane here. Oh, he hits the turf. Oh, that's unfortunate. Great save by Diablo. Keeps it. Wow, that's just a great save from Diablo there to only lose one position. Crazy. So we missed the finish there, but Jordy, he's going to come across P1. Not too much of a challenge from him. He had almost, once he took the lead, he just ran away with it. And Andy never quite got on the Samp here. Made it close in the chicanes, tried to force him in a mistake, but just too consistent of a drive there from the vet. Andy P3. Harry's going to come across P4. Nemesis is going to snag P5. Hims with a last-minute pass on Diablo. And we got O'Leary. He's going to P8. Major, P9. Reno, P10. Alex, P11. Arfax, P12. PC, he's going to come across P13. And Alan, well, he's going to get a chance to salvage. So he'll start from the front in the feature race here. He's going to look for a better performance out of himself there. That's frustrating for the Corvette driver. But that's our sprint race. So we'll quickly move on to the feature here. Big thanks to Reno for uploading these for me to take a look at. I think this was the feature here. Take a look. Yeah, RDO, I definitely wish it showed times to the other cars as well. Yeah, RDO, I definitely wish. Name is DDK, by the way, dude. So, oh, DDK, is it DDK in the other alpha? The Arfax? Is that what it was? I got the live chat popped up here, so if it is DDK in that other alpha, yeah, that's what I think. Nemesis. Unfortunately, got dirty tires last lap. Yeah, yeah, tough. That's tough there. So let's load into this here. So we got feature race here. So for those unfamiliar with ALR, feature race, we got 40 minutes endurance race. 2 mandatory tire types. So that means at least one stop. And we're going reverse grid from the sprint. So that puts Alan P1. PC is P2. Arfax P3. Alex P4. Reno P5. Major P6. O'Leary P7. Diablo P8. Hims. Nemesis. Harry. Andy Winters. Samp. Jordy. And looks like we had a new joiner who maybe missed quali or missed the sprint in Kingston. And what's car is he in here? In the Ferrari. Oh, goodness. Love the Ferrari. Don't love the tire wear. So I'll be interested to see how that... Oh, okay. Nemesis is DDK. Got you. All right. Good to see you, DDK. Good to see you, man. Alrighty. So Alan, he's gonna try and hold P1 on the medium tires. He's got the Porsche PC on softs behind him, so PC maybe looking to get ahead, stay ahead here. Then we got Arfax on the mediums. Alex mediums, Reno mediums. The rest of the grid actually looks like they might be on mediums here. Yeah. Oh, and the Ferrari starting on the hards. Interesting choice here. We'll see. We'll stick with Kingston here. We'll see how the hards fare through this race. Yeah. But rolling start here, and we're off. Tier 3 feature race, 40 minutes on Suzuka. And we know the 4C is horrendous off the line as the Porsche immediately gets a chance here to attack. We're going to stay with this front pack for a little bit here as the PC is probably going to push on Alan here. Everyone makes it through safely here through turn 1, yeah. PC already bobbing and weaving, trying to find a lane around Alan here. We'll go on board with him. This is a tough section here to try and get anything done, but all you can do is really try and get a good exit going under the bridge here, and maybe you can sneak a move down the inside, or maybe around the outside. Oh, there we go, he gets it done. Side by side now. He's got the inside line, he's on the softer tires, let's see. And Alan just struggles on the brakes there, and PC's going to take that position with ease. As now he comes under pressure here from Arfax and Alex. Through 130R, side by side. Oh! Arfax goes off a little bit. He rejoins, but he's now under pressure through the chicane. Alex around the outside. He's going to take that position. Major and Reno side by side here. Reno's going to hold him off. And who's going to take a run at who through turn 1? Major has a peek down the outside, but I don't think there's going to be anything there. Reno covers that inside line. And he's going to be alright. He's going to hold this through the SS here, I think, as Diablo gets side by side with Major. A little bit of contact back and forth. Alright. Everyone survives that sector. Diablo takes the position there. DDK gets past O'Leary. He's going to start challenging Major now. He wants by. You can see he's raring to go. He's going to try and squeeze down the inside. Major swings across, blocks him a little bit. DDK lets off early, trying to get a good exit here. Let's see. He's going to get a good run at him here into the chicane. Or hairpin, rather. He looks down the inside. Major closes the door last second there. He's going to get a better exit as he took the preferred line. O'Leary P9, Hims P10. Samp moving up. He's in P11. Jordy P12. Andy P13. Harry P14. And Kingston on the hards. Just falling back a little bit. Struggling to keep with the pace there, I think. As we move up the hill here towards 130R. Claimed many victims so far as Arfax goes for the inside down 130R. Great driving, goes side by side with the Porsche as they come into the chicane. He's just not going to have enough there to push by him. Great driving from the Porsche and Alex, I believe, in the Alpha. The Alpha? Yeah, in the Alpha to avoid contact. Some good racing there from these two drivers. We'd love to see that. And it looks like the battle between Alex and Arfax has given Alan a little bit of breathing room. As he puts up a 202.8 on those mediums. That's a good lap from him. We'd like to see a good recovery drive from him in this race. I'm excited to see how he does. PC on the softs. He's doing his best to break away. He's gotten away from the pack, and right now he's just saying to himself, I just need to do the fastest laps I can while everyone else battles behind me. So he's got to try and get the most out of those softs while he's away from this grid. Let's rejoin the field. Oh my goodness, and again, just hits the AstroTurf. That's tough luck there for Arfax. He's into the sand, and he drops all the way to the back. That's unfortunate for him. One small mistake. That puts Alex up into P3, Diablo Devil into P4, DDK or Nemesis in P5, Major P6, O'Leary P7, Hims P8, Jordy P9, as he looks like Samglove made a mistake somewhere. Let's go back and see if we can find what happened to Samglove here. Side by side. Ooh. Lost a couple of positions there. That sometimes just seems to be the way of 130R. You're going side by side and you don't get that inside line. It's that's tough. Little bit of contact there, but I think that's just unfortunate of trying to go too wide there. Nothing malicious there at all. And he's going to drop back, and that's a big position for Jordy to steal. Leary's got the hazards on, and looks like Reno went wide somewhere. We'll take a quick look at this one while we're going. Oh, just maybe a little too late, missed his braking zone, and he flies off here. That's tough. He's gonna lose some positions there. Now Jordy side by side with him through the S's. This is a challenging section to be side by side through, as there's just a jungle of cars here. He gets pushed out a little bit wide there. He loses another spot to Andy Winters. Now Samp is trying to make a run, and so is Harry. It looks like Harry's going to overtake Samp through that section. Yeah, and just like that, that's unfortunate. Samp, just a tough sector there. Let's look back up through the grid here. Hang out with Nemesis for a while as he tries to track down Devil. It looks like we might see a decent battle between Major and O'Leary here coming up soon. Major goes just a bit wide, and I think O'Leary's going to sneak by him on the inside. Good move there from O'Leary. And again, we might see couple wide in the 130R. Oh goodness, here we go. Let's go on board here. Hims backed out. Good call from Hims there. That would have been really tough to make it through that section. Oh, a little bit late on the brakes. He swerves inside to avoid the contact. Oh, tough. Just ever so slightly clips Major. Major comes back onto the track, makes contact. Oh, that's just a tough section there. That's a tough chicane. Andy's going to benefit greatly from that. He gets in front of the pack there, gains some easy positions. As I'm curious to see what happened with Andy. And as he must have got by Jordy somewhere. Let's go on board. Oh, he got caught up in the chicane. So Andy Winters jumps from P10 to... Oh, man, that's just... That's unfortunate for Jordy there. He got really boxed in between the rocks and a hard place, and then Major rejoins and makes slight contact with him, and Andy gets a clear shot. And the turn one, oh, slight contact there from Jordy, and that sends Major off. Take another look at this one. Maybe a little bit of a, hey, shouldn't have rejoined in the chicane where you did. Cost me a position. That's tough. So interesting start. The first 4 laps here. We've seen a lot of movement up and down. Reno King, he's in P11. He's fallen from P5. Him's P10. Harry P9. Jordy, he's up into P8. Andy Winters, P7. O'Leary, P6. Managed to put a little distance there. And then a little bit more of a jump. Nemesis, Alex, and Devil. And Devil has closed that gap a little bit on Alan, but Alan's having a great drive so far. Good on him after a frustrating sprint to really not lose focus so far here and at least get off to a good start. And then PC on the softs, still just trying to run away. Fastest lap of the race with a 2:09. We'll see how he fares. His softs are in great shape after 4 laps. Pack's starting to get a little bit more spread out here. So I think we're going to... Oh! Kingston and Arfax here. Let's see what happened there. Arfax on the... Kingston on the hards. Covers the inside. Just doesn't have the grip that Arfax has on those softer tires. He gets a better exit, and he's going to get first in 130R here, yeah. Kingston lets off. Smart move. Last thing you want to do is take both racers out here when you're both trying to just catch up to that pack. You guys want to try and work together here and try and rejoin the main group here. Andy with a 2 flat. He gains about 6/10 almost on O'Leary in front. As we'll look to see a move from Andy here, probably in the next sector or two. He's just reeling O'Leary in here. O'Leary here goes green in that sector. Maybe feeling the pressure from Andy, decides to try and turn it up a little bit. As he puts a little bit more space between them. Alex is still trying to chase down DDK here. And oh, it looks like Diablo Devil finally got Alan here. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, it looks like Alan just kind of outbraked himself there, missed the apex. Diablo easily slides up the inside, takes that position. See if he tries to come back to him. He peeks down the inside, decides against it. Good call from Alan there as they enter the chicane. Devil protects that inside. Backs Alan off ever so slightly as that gives Nemesis a chance now. He's going to take a run at Alan maybe in the T1 here. As these three are now clumped up. Tough sector to really get anything done. All you can do is try and get your bumper right up to him and see if you can force a mistake. As it looks like Andy's right on O'Leary here. He's looking left and right trying to get around. But there's just not enough room through this sector unless the guy in front makes a mistake. So Couple battles on. Oh, Andy up the inside gives him a little shove. And that's a tough little area there. Try and get something done. Let's take another look at this one here. Oh, wow. That's got to be frustrating for O'Leary there. We'll rejoin this front pack. So Andy Winters gets by O'Leary. He's got a little bit of a ways to Alex still. And then we have this front group here, P2, P3, P4, and P5, all battling it out. Major P12, Alphax, P13. And looks like Reno maybe had a small mistake somewhere, as he's now fallen back to P14. Maybe missed that one. That's unfortunate for him, as he might be struggling with that Alpha a little bit. Oh, just clips the grass ever so slightly in that section. Very easy to do. Done it a million times myself. And you can see there, catches the turf, but he manages to save it. Nemesis, Alan makes the same mistake there, just shooting ever so wide into this left-hander here. And it looks like DDK is going to sneak down the inside. He recognizes it. Almost the exact same thing as when Devil passed them. Yeah, Nemesis slides up the inside. That's just an easy overtake for him. Now Alex wants to run at him. He's right on his butt, pushing him. As they go side by side into one third. Oh, Alex backs out. Good call from him. Oh, but he gets on the turf. Not much time lost. Salvages that one. He gets a good exit out of that chicane. So he's going to push through. As this battle gives DDK a little bit of separation, a little bit of breathing room. Really aggressively blocking the inside there from Alan. Alex might try and go around the outside here. And he's just going to tuck in behind him here for the first sector. Maybe wait for another opportunity. PC just with incredible consistency here on his soft tires. Doing a great job to just really focus up and get as far ahead as he can while he can. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out of the pits. Estimated pit time looking like maybe a lap, end lap 11, maybe lap 12, depending on how those tires hold up here. As we take a look down the grid here, Alan, Alex, Andy Winters, O'Leary, Jordy, as he's getting held behind a little bit here. He's getting stuck behind some of these drivers. That little issue in the chicane really costing him still. Oh, his Hims goes round. What happened there? Let's take a look here. Oh, that turbo kicks in and just spins him ever so slightly. That's unfortunate, as he drops back to P12. And I want to jump forward here to Alan and want to see if he manages to protect this inside here against Alex through this corner. He's been struggling so far. Let's see if he changes up. Looks like Alex has fallen a little bit too far back to make a move on this corner, though. And there you see Alan doing a better job to cover up that inside, making sure he hits his braking point, not making it easy for Alex to get that position from him this time. And Jordy has snuck by O'Leary. Oh, maybe it happened a while ago. I must have missed that one. Oh, no. So let's hang out with this one here. Let's see what happens. On board with Jordy. Looks like O'Leary just goes a bit wide, and Jordy with the better exit. He's going to take that with ease. So Jordy up into P7. He's released. He's going to start trying to track down Andy Winters here. Seeming like his pace not as good so far on the mediums, but he has been battling through the traffic. These next couple laps for him are going to be crucial as he needs to cut down that distance to Andy Winters. Harry Miles just hanging on to the back of Samp here as they move up. Him's tires just looking absolutely great so far through 7 laps. Kingston on the hards, looking like about 2 seconds off the medium pace, almost 3 seconds, so that's tough for him as he's fallen back in this race now. Nemesis and Diablo, a little bit of a battle here between these guys. Through the S's, as Alex still stuck behind Alan here. Great drive from Alan. Really happy to see a recovery from him after that unfortunate sprint where I think he just couldn't find his groove, as Nemesis takes a good line. Almost gets that done. Almost gets it done. He's going to have another shot at him, maybe into the hairpin. Let's see. Takes the better line, uses the full width of that track. Let's see how his exit is here. He's setting himself up here for a good chance up the hill into 130R. Let's see if he can bait Diablo into blocking that inside line. Diablo doesn't fall for it. He's gonna take his line. A little bit wide there. Might give DDK a chance for a better exit. What's he in? He's in the BMW. Right up to his bumper here. We'll stick with... Oh, seems to be a little bit of an incident behind him. We'll check that one out. Was that Andy Winters? Through 130R. No, it might have been Alex. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Let's take a look what happens here. Oh, just misses clipping the front of that. Oh, catches the AstroTurf and into the wall. Oh, great drive from the Porsche driver so far, and that's just the dangers of that corner. Great awareness from him, waiting for a safe rejoin. So props to the Porsche driver there and Alex, waiting to safely rejoin. So that puts Hims up into P10. Major, he's P9. Samp, P8. O'Leary, P7. Jordy, P6. Definitely was being held up, I think, by some of the drivers in front of him, as he goes with a 2:01.8, 2/10 quicker than Andy as he starts to close that gap. Andy absolutely shredding that gap to Alan, almost 1.2 seconds quicker than him on that last lap, as we'll look to see Andy make a move here on Alan soon. Nemesis and Diablo still battling. And we'll stick with Alan here. And we'll see how aggressive Andy gets here trying to get by this car, as we know he's got the quicker pace than him right now. Little bit too far away for a move, so we'll check back with this one in a little bit here. Let's go see how we're faring elsewhere on the track. A little bit of space here between the field as we kind of slowly start approaching the pit window for anyone on softs. interesting to see. Oh, that rear left of the Porsche just getting hammered. Will he duck into the pits here? No, he's going to go for another lap. So, to a 2:02. And looks like he is about even now with the fastest medium tire goer. 2/10 slower than Jordy. So, looks like Jordy will start to gain some time back now. Should PC continue those splits up front. Arfax with his fastest lap of the race on the mediums with a 2:02. He's up in the P11. Harry, P12, not sure if something happened to him. He had a 2:15 on lap 8. We missed that one. That's unfortunate for him. He'd probably drop back a couple spots. Alex with that big spin through 130R. And now Reno's got him in his sights. He's going to look to try and claw back into this one. And Kingston doubling down on those hards, just staying out there saying, these has got to pay off eventually because I can't drive my Ferrari on anything else. We know that rear tire wear on that Ferrari is, well, it's abysmal. So DDK and Diablo still battling one another, but still putting up great times, not slowing each other up too much, but just really similar pace between these two drivers. Jordy really closing the gap on that last lap. Andy with a 2:03, so almost a second and a half quicker. He's put himself into slipstream range up the hill as Andy shoots maybe a little bit wide. I think Jordy's going to have a good run at him up the hill with slipstream and the better exit. As Jordy, about the same on the exit speed actually. Jordy really aggressively cuts that corner and he gets a great run into the chicane. Let's take a look at his exit here. Little bit of a better exit from Andy. He's going to pull away a little bit on this back straight. But this battle is on. Oh, Nemesis with a move in the turn 1. Let's see how he fares here. Right up on the bumper. Fakes the move outside the switchback, takes the inside line, and gets it done. That's great driving from both these drivers. Battling for the last 3 laps, I want to say. Nemesis waits for his time to strike and gets it done on the mediums. As now he's ahead through Sector 1. And we'll see if Diablo gets another shot at him. But I think his tires are screaming a little bit. These are the tightest 2 battles on the track right now between Andy and Jordy and DDK and Devil. Let's take a look into the hairpin here. Not quite enough space there. Let's see how we fare with Jordy and Andy. O'Leary just kicking around there. Allen's falling back to P7. Maybe a little mistake there on lap 9, lost another position, missed that one. As he is in between O'Leary and Santh now. Great drive so far from O'Leary. Putting together just some consistent times. And doing a good job to stay collected after that contact with Andy. Where Andy snuck by him on the contact. So the Porsche comes into the pits, lap 11. Really extended those softs, and we'll see a 2:02.5 from him. So he lost about 0.7 of a second to Nemesis. And we see Jordy ducking into the pits. as well on those mediums. In the Gen X. Now, I'm surprised to see him come in. As that Gen X is brutal on those front tires. So PC he's going to come out just in front of Major. Alex and Reno going side by side here into turn 1. Reno's got the inside line. He's going to get that done easy. Jordy's going to come out P11. No one around him, which is kind of good. He's going to be able to get a good quick lap in here, so that's going to be great for him. O'Leary behind him, same thing. He's got some clear air in front of him. Kingston's behind him on the hards. He's not going to really be able to challenge him. And Samp, also on the softs. He's got some clear air in front of him, but he's going to have Hims on the softs pushing him. So we'll see if these two develop into a battle. And that puts Nemesis up in the race lead right now. But we'll see. He'll probably duck into the pits here. I'll be curious to see how his lap is versus the guys who pit last lap, as he's put a little bit of space between him and Diablo. Andy, P3, 202.1, almost a second quicker than Diablo last lap, as that gap is going to continue to shrink. Nemesis absolutely blistering last lap, showing he was getting held up ever so slightly by Diablo there, as he gets back out of the 202s and the 201s when he gets in clean air. And do they duck into the pits? Yeah. Nemesis and Diablo into the pits. Is Andy going to duck in? Andy ducks into the pits. How's Alan going to fare? Where are they going to come out in relation to PC? Alan ducks into the pits. So PC should have about a 15-second or so lead, give or take. Maybe 20. Tough to say. We'll see where all these guys come out. As O'Leary hops a bunch out of the pits, puts him into P5 as he's going to get by Andy. So O'Leary gains a position. Jordy up into P4. He's right on the rear of Diablo. Wow. So Jordy, just like that, has closed massively that gap by pitting early. DDK, he's itching with this clean air to get at PC. So let's see here. He's going to exit that hairpin at about 105. So that's at least 10 seconds. Pretty darn close, about 15 seconds between Nemesis and PC there. And we'll keep that gap in mind as it goes on. But let's join the rest of the pack here to see how they're faring. As Andy is going to try and get that position back from O'Leary. But it's going to be very interesting to see how O'Leary defends based on what happened earlier in the race with Andy just sticking his nose into O'Leary's side door there. Allen in P7, great drive from him. Kingston, P8, but he's still got to make a pit stop, so that puts Sam Glove provisionally kind of ahead of him. Hims falling back a little bit back from Sam. Alex, P11. Arfax, P12. Major, P13. Harry, P14. And Reno, P15. Ooh, as Jordy picked up a penalty, my guess he maybe cut the chicane a little bit. Let's take a look here. There it is. My guess is he took it right in that first sector. It looks like both tires hit the curb, yeah. So, small mistake from Jordy. That's going to cost him. That's going to bring him, most likely, into the reach of O'Leary and Andy Winters, should these two not get in too big of a fight. We're going to stick with this battle for a little bit. I don't see too much else going on track here. Maybe Reno, it looks like, might be getting close to P14. Or someone hopped in the pits there, actually. So that's Reno passing him. Andy coming back at O'Leary in Sector 1. This is where the incident happened last time, as Andy stuck his nose in. And O'Leary's going to keep enough distance there to stay safe. Oh, man. This is going to be some tight racing here between these two. O'Leary stays in front through the chicane, so we're going to quickly take a look through the pack and check in on the rest. Harry and Major. Major goes a little bit wide on the turf. Reno past Kingston as he hops into the pits. He's going to go softs the rest of the way here. And hopefully, after he ditched those hards, maybe he can unlock some pace here, as he's going to try and track down Reno, but that gap looks to be quite large. So we got Jordy attacking Devil. We got Andy attacking O'Leary. Other than that, some pretty big spaces right now. So it looks like he crossed the line at about 51, 52. Wow. Nemesis already shaved off about 5 seconds. Impressive, as he puts down the best lap of the race at a 1:59.2. That is absolute blistering pace from him. Incredible. So that puts us potentially for a lap. Oh, I don't even remember how many laps this race went in our race. 20, I think. But we might see an overtake potential around lap 19, 18 or 19, pending no mistakes from these drivers. And Andy has gotten by O'Leary. Let's rewind here. I want to take a look at this one. Going into turn 1, Andy's got the run on him. He's going to shoot down the inside. And O'Leary just kind of backs out. He doesn't want that outside line around that corner. And we'll see if O'Leary gets another run at him here, or if Andy's gonna break away. So looking like our top 6 here are fairly close. 6, P3, P4, P5, and P6 are all pretty tightly together. And Nemesis and PC are kind of in their own battle for P1, P2 right now, as they continue to extend their gap. Diablo did 2:01. That's almost 2.5 seconds slower than DDK. He's just bat out of hell on these soft tires so far. He's loving this clean air. As we see, crosses at 139.5. This is a 137 and change, so Nemesis, another 2 seconds. He's just shaving time off. Diablo, only a 10th slower than Jordy, our feature race winner, as he puts down a 1:59.7, 2/10 quicker than Jordy. Andy Winters with a 1:59.8, he's a 10th quicker than Jordy. And O'Leary with a 2:01 as he falls back off Andy Winters. And Allen with a 2 flat. So he's about 8/10 quicker than O'Leary. So we'll look to see him maybe push for P6, as they seem to be separated by about 4 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer. Samkla, P8, 2 flat. He gains 3/10 over Hims last lap. Hims gains about 5/10 over Arfax. Harry, 9/10 over Arfax, sorry. Major, the 201 last lap. Reno with the 202. Alex must have made another small mistake there. That's unfortunate for him. He's got off to such a great start and seems to just be struggling with pace since that incident on lap 8. And then looks like another one on lap 12 and lap 15. Or one of those would have been his pit out lap. So not too much going on track here, as Diablo is pulling even further away from Jordy. Wondering if Jordy maybe made a small mistake, cost him a couple tenths, as that gap gets a little bit bigger. And it looks like Jordy is more likely to come in striking range from Andy, as Diablo puts down a 2 flat. Yeah, and Jordy loses almost half a second there. Andy gaining almost 4/10 that lap. We're 33 minutes in. That gives us, yeah, we're going to probably be doing about 20 laps here at Suzuka. Nemesis with a 1:58.8. My goodness, that is absolutely insane pace from the M6 driver. As PC is probably only about maybe 2.5 seconds ahead now. We'll take a look here. 17. Yeah, about 2 seconds ahead. Yep. So an absolute menace on the soft tires so far. But will he be able to have enough tires left to battle for that position against PC in the mediums? As after 4 laps, 5 laps on the softs here, he's about halfway cooked. But another great lap in the 159s. And there's no doubt in my mind at this point he actually might get by PC, as PC, his fastest time, I believe, is only a 2 flat on those softs. So he's putting up consistent times on those mediums. Andy, maybe with a small mistake through turn 1, as he seems to have lost time on Jordy despite being 6/10 quicker. O'Leary in P6 is doing a 2.9 there. And Allen, oh, what's happened? Not what I wanted to see from this Corvette driver. I was loving his race so far. Oh, just gets those right side tires into the grass. That's really unfortunate for him. Tough rejoin. Loses 2 spots there. Luckily, big enough gap. He's going to stay in P9. And he might be able to get back within range of P8 here. But he's only got a couple laps to do so. Although it looks like his pace is about on par with him. So he's got his work cut out for him if he wants to try and catch up here. Samps, he's just trying to hold off Hims now, as I think his gap to O'Leary is a little bit too far, pending some sort of race mistake. And O'Leary is in no man's land. About a 3-second gap to Andy, maybe 2 seconds rather. And Andy continues to close that distance on Jordy. So the two battles right now are for first between DDK and PC, and fourth place between Jordy and Andy. And Jordy's probably kicking himself right now for that half-second penalty he took earlier in the race, as that really gave Andy life. Andy looks down the inside, backs out a little bit, not going to get it done, but Jordy goes a little bit wide. Andy stays tight to the inside, he gets by him. Jordy comes back. Oh my goodness, great racing from these two through turn one. Through the S's, dangerous place to be side by side. Andy's going to get that move done. I thought Jordy had pulled back in front of him. I thought he was going to make it through. But you can tell his front tire's not liking this first section here. Not the same grip that there was on lap 15, posting his best time, 1:59.9. So that puts Andy up into P4. Let's check back in on Nemesis on PC. Through the hairpin, he's right on his bumper, but his front tire's absolutely screaming. However, his pace still about a second quicker, even with these tires the way they are. PC looking really low on fuel, wondering if he might need a fuel save. He's got about the same fuel as Diablo, so he might be okay. They still got to get one more lap done here. Through 130R, clean for both of them. Oh, Nemesis, did he cut that maybe a little bit too much? No, game says no thank you. No penalty for you. I thought he maybe cut that chicane. Pushing the car to the limits here. That's incredible. As he's right up on the bumper. Let's see how these two fare in the turn one. As that's his slowest lap. Oh, he dives down the inside. He's going to get this done in time. Maybe. He is. So DDK up into first place. But does he have the grip to hold on to P1 with the pressure of PC? Still 0.8 quicker on that last lap. Through the S's, PC should have the advantage here. We'll look to see if he can maybe overtake him in the hairpin, where DDK might be struggling for some grip on that exit. But through the S's section, it looks like he's pulled away. Wow. Hop in quickly with Andy, as he's now caught up to Diablo Devil. So he's searching for a podium here. And we'll rejoin that fight in a second. Good exit from Nemesis there. As now Andy and Diablo into the hairpin. Andy up the inside, he gets a better exit. What happened? Just a much better corner there from Andy. Andy up into the podium. P3 as Jordy now is going to look to try and take P4 from Diablo. Jordy, oh my goodness, he takes that from Diablo. And I'm wondering if he, oh, what happened with Jordy? I missed it. It looks like he went a little bit wide through that corner. Oh, just carried a little bit too much speed out into the AstroTurf. Oh, that's unfortunate for Jordy. One little mistake there. And we'll stay with this as these guys are going to come across the line. We'll check back in here. Nemesis. Through the chicane, he's clean. And Nemesis is going to be our race winner. P1, great drive from him. PC, great recovery from him in the Porsche. P2, Andy Winters. And let's quickly take a look back at this 130R. We don't want to miss this final chicane and battle. I think Andy's going to come P3. He's pretty much got that unlocked, but Jordy's going to get one more run at him here through the chicane. And Diablo just doesn't make a mistake. Oh! And he ran out of fuel. That's what I thought. That was the only thing that made sense for me based on those corner exits that I saw. He runs out of fuel, and that is just so unfortunate for him as he's trying to hold off Jordy. Oh, and it just cuts off. Heartbreaking for Diablo there, as Jordy's going to get by him for P4. O'Leary, he's going to sneak into P5. Oh, this is a catastrophe. As Diablo's great race, one tiny mistake, and he loses probably 3 positions because of it. Sam Glove, P7. Hims, he's going to finish P8. Allen, after his spin, he looks like he's going to come P9. Major, P10 for him. Oh, a little bit of a chicane cut. Let's check out what happened here. Maybe missed his braking point. Harry's not really applying too much pressure. He's got this. He kind of dives inside a little early. Hits the AstroTurf, rejoins. Now, oh, hit a button on my controller. Now he's got to try and defend from Harry, but Harry's going to snag that from him. Yeah, so that's an unfortunate mistake from Arfax there, right at the end of the race, as Harry snags this position at the very last second from the Alpha driver. Great finish from these two. Reno, he's going to come P13. Alex never quite able to recover after that spin, which is unfortunate as he pulls a 1:59.3 on his 19th lap. As he runs out of fuel, crossing the line. So, some crazy overtakes, a little bit of contact. Be interesting to see what shows up in the stewards room after these 2 races. But overall, 2 great races. I had an absolute blast doing this commentary on this one. And not sure if you guys will be back to your normal commentator next week. Like I said, I'm the Canadian doing Tier 3 post-coms, replacing someone who was unable to this week. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. And I'll see you guys around. This was ALR Season 9, Race 1. Our feature race winner, DDK, and our sprint winner, Jordy. Till next time, have a good time.